Hi guys, my name is Marielle, and for today's video we are going to be doing a mandala sequence. So we're going to be working around our mat. We are going to start today's video in Supta Baddha Konasana. So coming to lie down on your back, bringing the soles of your feet together, allowing the knees to fall outwards. Being mindful as you lie here that the closer you draw your heels towards you, the more intense of a hip opener this is. So if it becomes quite uncomfortable, because it can get a little bit intense here, especially as gravity draws your knees closer towards the ground, you can always take your heels a little bit further away from the body. If it becomes too uncomfortable, you can always straighten your legs out and just come into a lying posture. Finding a comfortable place for your hands. It can be quite nice to have your hands on your belly, maybe one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly so that you can listen to your heartbeat or feel your heartbeat at the same time as feeling your breath move through the body. And as you lie here taking a few deep breaths, I really want you to notice how the belly rises and falls. If you're not noticing that belly rise and fall, if you're breathing into the chest, try to make a concerted effort to expand the rib cage, to blow that belly up as though it were a balloon as you inhale, and then release. Just taking a few breaths here to slow things down, to settle onto your mat, to clear the mind so that you can set your intention and offer up your practice to someone you love or someone who needs it. And once you've set your intention and dedicated your practice, on your next inhale, you're going to draw the knees back in towards one another, hug the knees in towards your chest, give yourself a gentle squeeze as you rock from side to side. Just gently letting the body know that we're going to start moving, that it's time to wake up. And then kicking your feet up towards the sky, keeping the knees bent, grabbing onto the outer edges of your feet as you draw the knees towards the ground, coming into your happy baby pose. Now being mindful in this pose that as you draw your knees down, your hips want to lift up. And as you pull the hips down, your knees kind of want to pull up. Can you try to do both at the same time? So draw the knees in towards the armpits, down towards the ground, at the same time as you lengthen out that spine, trying to get a full flat back onto your mat. For another 3, and for 2, and 1. And then sliding your hands underneath your knees as you start to rock and roll forwards and backwards. Doing this a couple of times, massaging the full length of the spine, engaging the core as you come forward, gaining momentum as you roll back, and on the next roll forward, planting the hands and stepping yourself back into a downward facing dog. Just taking a moment here to get comfortable in your down dog. You might want to walk your dog out, bending one knee, bending the other. Maybe sway the hips, bend the knees, shake out the head. All with the goal of then coming into stillness in your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come high up onto the balls of the feet. Take your gaze forward. Start to tiptoe your feet to the front of the mat. See how far you can get without bending the knees. Obviously bending the knees as and when you need to get to the top of the mat. Finding a nice ragdoll here, grabbing onto opposite elbows, releasing the head and neck, maybe gentle sways from side to side. Being mindful that in our forward folds, our hips want to push back. Can you shift your body weight forward a little bit? Keep reaching the hips high as the elbows and crown of the head reach low. Take one more deep inhale here. And then releasing the arms down to the ground, gentle bend in the knees, chin to chest. You're going to roll yourself up, vertebra by vertebra. Head and neck are the last things that come up. As they do, the shoulders go up, back, and down. Heel toe the feet together. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center. And let's start our mandala. So as you inhale, I want you to bend your knees, sink your hips, reach your arms high to the sky. Now, paying attention to your chair pose, shifting the weight towards the heels, gentle tuck of the pelvis, drawing the navel in to protect the lower spine. I want you to shift your weight into that right foot. Slowly start to lift that left knee up. As you do so, straighten out that right leg. As you exhale, begin to transition through your warrior 3. Option to take the hands back behind you, especially if you have lower back problems. Now trying to square the hips off, which means you might have to lower that left hip a little bit as you continue to lift that left leg, trying to get a straight line from that left foot to the crown of your head. Take a deep inhale here as you exhale, standing splits. Head and neck relax over that right leg. Once again, the hips are squared here as you continue to reach the left leg high. On your next inhale, gaze goes forward. As you exhale, lower that back foot down to the ground. Release your knee and sweep your arms up through Ardha Chandrasana. Now for this one, we're going to keep the toes tucked. Scoop the hips, draw the navel in, lengthen through the fingertips, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, straighten the right leg, cover the arms. Bend that front knee, sink the hips, arms go up. Exhale to straighten. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale to straighten. This time as you inhale, come forward, lift the back knee up. Arms reach high to the sky. Find your crescent lunge. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Back leg is straight, back heel's reaching high. Take a deep inhale as you exhale. Left hand down to the ground, right arm reaches up. Find your simple twist. Square the hips off as you open up through that right shoulder. Your inhale takes your gaze up. As you exhale, right hand on the inside of that right foot. Toes are going to point to the left. You're going to bend the right knee and come onto that left heel, Skandasana. Hands into prayer. As you exhale, to the back of the mat, frame your left foot. The inhale opens up the chest. Sink the hips as you exhale, left foot back, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing. Exhaling back, downward facing. We're going to move through some spinal roll ups here. So as you inhale, round through the upper back, come forward into your plank pose. Exhale, hover the knees, hips to heels, straighten the legs out. Inhale as you come forward. Hover the knees, hips to heels, straighten the legs. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back. Just one more time. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, back. Inhale, reach the right leg high to the sky. Exhale that right foot in between your hands. Lower the left knee down to the ground as you sweep the arms up on Vinyasa. As you exhale, straighten that right leg, hover the arms. Inhale, bend the front knee, sink the hips, arms reach high. As you exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. This time bend the front knee, lift the back knee, come up into your high level lunge. As you exhale, the hands come to heart center. Inhale, the shoulders up, back and down, twist. Left elbow across that right knee. Back leg is straight, back heel's reaching high. Really use that elbow to open up that right shoulder. Make sure you're not collapsing over your right thigh. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, open up. Cartwheel the arms, warrior two. Find a strong warrior two. So front heel in line with that back arch. Front knees bend to a 90-degree bend. Sink the hips a little lower. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the left hand down, right arm up. The back heel's going to lift up as you come back into your simple twist. Exhale your hand on the inside of that right foot. Toes point to the left. Bend the right knee. Come onto that left heel, Skandasana. Walk to the front of the mat. Frame that left foot. Open up the chest. Sink the hips. Inhale. Exhale that left foot back. Option to keep it lifted or you can lower it down. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale. And exhaling back, downward facing dog. Now you have the option here to stay in down dog, to take a child's pose, or to come onto your forearms. If you're coming onto your forearms, release the head and neck, melt the chest towards your thighs. Keep lifting the hips nice and high, find your breath. Deep full inhales. Lovely long exhales. Taking one more breath here. If you're in your child's pose or on your forearms, come back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in your downward facing dog. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the arms up, chair pose. Shift the weight this time into that left foot as the right knee lifts up. Straighten that left leg out, hover the arms back as you move through your warrior three. Find your balance here. Square the hips off. Take an inhale. As you exhale, standing splits. Both hands down to the ground. Release the head and neck. Melt your chest over that left thigh. Hips are squared as that right leg reaches high. On your next inhale, gaze goes forward. Bend that left knee as you step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down to the ground and sweep the arms up on Vinyasa. Exhale to Ardha Hanuman. Hover the arms. Inhale as you bend. Sink the hips. Reach the arms up. Exhale as you straighten. Inhale as you bend. Exhale to straighten. This time as you bend that front knee, lift the back, come up to your crescent. Take an inhale here. Find your pose. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward. Sink the hips, back leg is straight, back heels high. As you exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up. Find your twist. Open up through that left shoulder on the inhale as you exhale. Left hand on the inside of your left foot. Toes point to the right. Bend the left knee. Come onto your right heel. Skandasana, surfer's lunge. As you exhale, walk to frame that right foot at the back of the mat. The inhale opens up the chest. Sink the hips. Step that right foot back. High to low plank. Inhaling forward and up. Exhaling back. Downward facing. Spinal roll ups again, round through the back as you come forward, inhale. Exhale to hover back. Inhaling, coming forward. Hover the knees, hips to heels, straighten the legs. Inhale, come forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. One more time. Inhale as you round through the upper back, plank pose. Hover the knees, hips to heels, straighten the legs. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale that left foot in between your hands, drop the right knee, sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, straighten that left leg, hover the arms. Bend that front knee, sink the hips, the arms reach high as you exhale, straighten. Bend that front knee, sink the hips, arms reach up. Exhale to straighten. Bend that front knee, lift the back knee, come up to your high level lunge. Exhale the hands to heart center. Twist. Right elbow across that left knee. Once again, open up through that left shoulder. Back leg is straight. Back heel's reaching high. If you feel wobbly, you can take the feet a little bit wider for support. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the arms open. Find your warrior two. Strong pose. Sink into those hips, trying to get that front thigh parallel to the ground. Front toes are pointing forward, the knees following the direction of the toes. Arms are straight, gaze is straight ahead. Flip that front palm, inhale, reverse. Cartwheel, right hand down, left arm up as the back heel lifts. Simple twist. Exhale that left hand down. Toes point to the right. Bend the left knee, come onto that right heel, surfer's lunge. Exhale to the front of the mat. Frame your right foot as you inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, step that right foot back and move through your vinyasa. Inhale. Exhaling back. Downward facing dog. Same options again. Either stay in down dog, take a child's pose, or come onto your forearms. Finding your breath here. Lovely deep inhales. Extra long exhales. And you find your breath, you find your energy. Taking one more breath where you are. If you're on your forearms or in child's pose, coming back up onto your hands. Take a deep inhale in your downward facing. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Final round, right side, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the arms up. Moving a little faster this time, shift the weight into the right foot. Left knee bends, reaches up. Take the hands back, warrior three. Take a deep inhale in your warrior three. This time we're adding a pose. Bring your right fingertips down. Stack that left hip over the right. Left arm reaches high. Ardha Chandrasana. Option to stay here. Option to move into your bind, into Japasana. Taking a deep inhale. As you exhale, standing splits. Both hands down to the ground. Release the head and neck. Inhale, your gaze lifts. Exhale, step that left foot back. Drop the left knee down. Sweep the arms up on Vinyasa.
Now this is where things get tricky. Feel free not to take it this far. If you want to, you can bring your hands down on the inside of that right foot. And as we start to move, you can keep the hands there. Otherwise, taking that right arm underneath your right leg, left hand behind you. We're going to inhale here as you exhale, straighten out that right leg. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Now this time as you bend, I want you to lift the back knee up, drop the back heel down, open up through that left shoulder. If your hands are on the floor, reach that left arm up and across. Finding your extended side angle, draw the right hip in, right knee out as you open up through that left shoulder. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, left hand down, back heel lifts up, right arm goes high to the sky. Simple twist. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, right hand on the inside of your right foot, toes point to the left, bend that right knee, come onto your heels, surfer's lunge. Walk to the back of the mat. Now this time, you either have the option to open up the chest, sink the hips, or move into Ekapada Kundinasana 2. And then shoot back to your Vinyasa, high to low. Inhaling forward and up, and exhaling back, downward facing. You have 5 breaths. To either stay in your downward facing dog, take a child's pose, come onto your forearms, or work on pincha with the right leg lifted. I'm going to take a child's pose just to catch my breath because I know what's yet to come, but those options are available to you. Taking one more deep breath wherever you are. And if you're in child's pose or on your forearms, coming back into your downward facing dog, taking one deep inhale, and we're going to move on as you exhale. Reach that right leg high to the sky. Exhale that right foot in between your hands, drop the left knee down, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Now this time we're going to release the back toes and just take an extra moment in our low lunge, in Anjaney. Draw the feet towards one another, square the hips off, scoop the hips forward and down as you draw the navel in. As you lower through the lower half, find length through the upper half. Maybe draw the shoulder blades together as you open up from the heart. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, straighten that right leg out, hands down to the ground this time. Maybe wiggle that heel forward a bit, and then pull the right hip back as you bend to fold over that right leg. As the right hip draws back, the crown of your head is reaching towards your right toes. Now you have the option to stay in half splits in Ardha Hanuman, or at this point, you can now take the right leg forward, left leg back, working with your breath here. Every inhale gives you a little bit of lift, and every exhale should melt you a little bit deeper into your pose. One more deep inhale, and let it go. Now, if you're in full splits, you're going to bend that right knee, because you're going to draw that right leg back. If you're in half splits, you're going to bend through that right knee. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee up, sweep the arms up, find your crescent lunge. As you exhale, hands to heart center, take the shoulders up, back, and down, twist. Left elbow across that right knee. Now you have the option to stay here, open your arms up like wings, or take the right hand behind you, left hand underneath you, and come into your bind. Whichever variation you've chosen, I'm going to challenge you further. Take your gaze down to your right big toe. Shift your weight forward. You might even hop that left foot forward a little bit. See if you can float that left foot up, even if it's just an inch or two. Maybe you come all the way. Keep your gaze fixed. Find that balance. Lower the left foot down. Cartwheel the arms open. Warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel left hand down. Right arm up as the back heel lifts. We're going to take the right hand on the inside of that right foot, toes point to the left, bend the right knee, come onto that left heel, Skandasana. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Same options again, so you can either step straight back or move through Ekapada. And then move through your Vinyasa. Inhaling. Exhaling. Once again, you have those options to either stay in down dog, take a child's pose, come onto your forearms, maybe work on that pincha with the right leg lifted. I'm going to stay in down dog while I catch my breath. We've only got one more round to go. So taking one more breath where you are. If you're in child's pose or on your forearms, coming back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift as you exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Shift the weight into that left foot. Right knee bends as that left leg straightens. Warrior 3, option to take the arms back. Find your balance here. And then coming into Ardha Chandrasana, bring that left hand down. Right hips over left this time. Right arm reaches high. Option to come into Chapasana, grabbing onto your right foot with your right hand. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, standing splits. Head and neck relax. Fold over that left thigh. Reach that right foot nice and high. On your inhale, gaze goes forward. Exhale, right foot steps. Drop the right knee. Sweep the arms up. Same options as the other side. You can bring your hands on the inside of that left foot, or you can take your left arm underneath that left leg, right arm behind and bind. Inhaling here as you exhale, straighten that left leg up. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We're going to bend that front knee, lift the back knee up, drop the back heel down, open up through that right shoulder. If your hands were on the ground, right arm reaches up, right arm reaches across your ears, sink the hips. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, right hand down, back heel lifts, left arm goes high to the sky, find your twist. Square the hips off, keep opening up through that left shoulder, then lower the left hand down. Toes point to the right, Skandasana. Walk to the back of the mat. Option to just step back or open up the chest and then step back, or move through Akapada. And that right leg goes back. Inhaling up. Exhaling back, downward facing. Now all of your options are the same, but with the left leg lifted. So you can come into your child's pose, staying down dog. You can come into dolphin or pincha with the left leg lifted. Working with your energy, feeling what your body needs. Taking a couple more breaths wherever you are. One more full breath. And if you're in child's pose, you're on your forearms, coming back up onto your hands. Final round, final side, reach that left leg high. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Drop the right knee down. Release the back toes as you sweep the arms up on Vinyasa. Once again, pulling the feet towards one another, drawing the navel in. Maybe drawing those shoulder blades together as you start to open up the heart space. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, straighten that left leg out. Hands down to the ground. You might want to wiggle the heel forward a bit and then pull that left hip back as you melt your upper body over that left thigh. As that left hip draws back, the crown of your head is reaching towards your left toes. Option to stay here, or option to come into full Hanumanasana, taking that left leg forward, right leg back. Working with your breath once again. Deep inhales. Lovely long exhales. One more. Let go. So if you're in your full split, starting to draw that left leg back. If you're in half splits, bending through that left knee. Tuck your back toes under to lift the back knee up. We're going to inhale, reach our arms high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the shoulders up, back and down as you twist right elbow across that left knee. Keep opening up through that left shoulder. Option to stay here. Option to open up your arms like wings or come into your bind. Remember that whichever variation you take, we're going to go a little further as you take your gaze down to that left big toe, shift your body weight forward, and work on lifting that right foot. Even if it's an inch or two off of the ground, find that twist. Taking one more breath here. Lower the right foot down, cartwheel the arms open. Woo-hoo, find your warrior 2, sink those hips. Flip that front palm, reverse your warrior, inhale. Exhale, right hand down, right heel lifts as the left arm reaches high. Open up through that left shoulder. Exhale, left hand down, toes point to the right, Skandasana. Take an inhale here as you exhale to the front of the mat. Frame that right foot as you lift the chest up or move through Ekapada into your Vinyasa. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. And breathe. Now remember, you have your 5 breaths either here in child's pose or on your forearms, working on your pincha with the left leg lifted. When you are finished, come back to a child's pose. And I hope to see you in one of my cool down videos. Hope you've enjoyed this sequence. I'm all hot and sweaty. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.